useful to have a different perspective and discuss it.
Okay, Ed, okay, just to inform you, right, because earlier on you said something funny about monologue and all of that, and you're talking to yourself. If you've researched me and you know why I'm very famous on Twitter, is because I come on spaces and I give monologues.
Okay.
I talk to the whole crowd. I talk to thousands of people with just me on a stage. I don't need to have someone on here to carry on the conversation. That's why I'm very well known. If you do research about me, everything will come up. I've had some very big people on here that I've interviewed. I don't even need to justify myself to you, but when you're saying things like monologue and all of that to try and, I don't know what you're trying to do, if you're trying to
The
sound
word
funny,
monologue. The word
but it's not
monologue is
funny.
the word
It's not
monologue is
funny.
just a factual thing. It's not. There's no criticism
Okay,
with the
but
word
the way you're
monologue.
saying it is like, is a bit, it's like it was a funny joke. I'm just saying,
Well, that's not what. That
well,
was not the intention of it.
well, I'm having a serious monologue right now, and
Right.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people are enjoying this monologue that I'm giving them. And the thing is, if you don't like it, you can always go.
I've no point have I said that I disagree with you speaking your mind
Then
or
what? But
having a
earlier
monologue.
on, you said you're on stage and you're having this monologue, talking to yourself. What's the problem with me talking to myself?
At what point did I say there was a
You
problem?
said that earlier, but the way you said it is as if there's a problem, like
Well, I've told
you're
you
you're
that's not the
bored,
way I
or
meant
like
it.
you're
So,
here. You said you're here talking to yourself on a space. You're having a monologue, and it's just like you can do this in a more constructive way. So you do have an issue because you feel as if it's not the right way to do it.
well, I don't
So
think
so
it's.
now you do. You see
I
what I'm
don't think
saying?
it's. I don't think when someone. I've made my point already, but I don't think when someone's done something heinous like this, it's constructive for everyone to just pile on. No,
No,
and
no,
that's my.
it is, because
Okay,
we
well
need
then
to
we.
make sure people like that are named and shamed. And
Okay,
they
well
are
look, we.
known, because this is not acceptable. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of these people, you wouldn't say it to my face though. So why do you have such a problem with me coming on a space and having a monologue about how I'm talking about this racist, basically doing all of this behind closed doors, but then on the internet, on camera, he's here showing his fake image of support black businesses, support black people, BLM. Why do you have a problem with me doing that?
There's. I've no at no
We
point
don't
said I have
tolerate
a problem with
racism.
it.
Zero tolerance.
Yeah, I
We
agree
don't
with you
tolerate.
on that. I've made that
Racism is
clear.
not a joke. You're not taking it serious because you don't know what racism is. You don't know what it feels like.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I've accepted that. I've got no issue with you having your say about this.
But earlier on, it sounded like you did. And you keep contradicting yourself. First, you have an issue. Now you don't. Now you ain't got an issue again. But then later on, you're gonna say, "Oh, you doing a Twitter space? It's better. Like you could. It would be more constructive if you was to debate with black people onto why he would
Well,
say all
you
of
keep
this."
saying
Like
that. That's not what I said.
you said that earlier on.
My point at the initial point was
You
not
know
to
what,
black
mate?
people. It was to
Are
everybody.
you? Do you have memory loss or something? Because it's like you can't even remember the stuff you're saying. Everything that I'm saying is what you have said.
Well, it's your
I'm
interpretation of
not
it.
even trying to be rude to you here. Like I'm trying to be very respectful
Hmm.
because it's like, are you trolling or something? Is that what you're doing? Do you think this is all a joke to you? Because if someone was homophobic, you wouldn't be saying all of this, would you?
I've told you many times. I think that what he's done is awful.
Ed,
And
Ed,
you
if
said,
someone was homophobic, you wouldn't be saying all of this. You would be supporting anyone that is doing what I'm doing right now, going against a person who done that homophobic act.
I would feel
But
exactly the
because it's
same.
me talking
I would have
about
made.
racism and you're trying to shut this down, you
I'm not
see the
trying to shut
example
anything
that he's
down.
trying to show again. You
I'm not
want
saying
me to stop all of this and
that's
you
not what
want
I've
this to
said.
be shoved under the rug, innit? That's what you want me to
That's
do,
not what
innit?
I've said.
It
You've
sounds like it.
Well, you yeah, it sounds like
It
it.
sounds like
That's
it.
your
It
interpretation.
does.
That's not
It
what I've
sounds.
said. Don't put words.
A lot of
Don't
the
put.
check the
Don't put.
hashtag
Don't
is
put
what a
words
lot
in
of the
my
listeners
mouth.
are saying as
Don't
well.
put words in my mouth. That is
Why
not
are you
what I
shouting
said.
at me?
I
Are you
didn't
triggered
say.
because I've caught you out? Are you triggered
I've
because I've
raised my
caught you
voice
out?
because you're putting words
Why
in
are
my
you
mouth
getting
that are not
angry? Why are
true.
you getting angry? I'm talking to you normally. Why are you shouting for?
Because you're putting words in my mouth, and then that's not
No,
what I've
because
said.
I'm repeating what you're saying.
No, you're interpreting it and then repeating it back
I'm
in what you
repeating
think
what
I've
you're
said.
saying, and I'm telling you what it sounds like.
Yes, to you, but it is
A
often
lot of the
what
people, it
your
sounds like it
interpretation
to
of what I'm
them as
saying has been
well. Read
incorrect.
the hashtag, Ed. Read the hashtag. It sounds like it to them too. Ed, I thought you was gonna come up on here and, actually say something like constructive yourself. But you've come up on it and you're telling black people to have constructive debates, but nothing that you've said is constructive tonight. Haven't you realized? Not one thing you've said is constructive.
Well, that's subjective, isn't it? I mean, it's.
So